Okay, good morning, guys. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. Going to do the market preview for gold, ES, and CL. So gold's at multi-year highs. We're just going to jump right into it. By the way, past performance is not indicative of future results. I'm sorry for the echo. I'm working on it. New office. And so at any rate, let's make this as quick as possible so we can move on. So if any of you guys in the room have questions, let me know. So obviously gold moved to a new high. If we start to bounce, watch for a retrace on this, particularly if we start trading below 1464. We now have, so when I'm starting the charts, prior day's high, prior day's low, right? Dalton's gap fill. This is an important location, right? I usually expect a bounce from this area. 1460.20 will usually get a response. You'll notice this profile when we spread it out is really fat and ugly. So we're going to make a couple of adjustments here on it. Right, so this whole area, see how the points of control are spread out? I just don't like trading in there at all. I marked that area in light blue. That can be really easily traded through. And for me, it's just kind of a no-go zone. Makes it pretty simple. I know that there'll probably be trades and responses there, but you can see both the TPO, which is a time-based profile, or the volume profile. Both of them are pretty non-descriptive, right? Usually in a profile, you'll get definite locations where there's volume builds. You don't have it here. That's a warning area. If we don't get a response from here, I have to lay back and look for other areas, right? So we go through here. This no longer exists. This is gone. And so what I would look for here is this right here. So between value area low, so 1450 to 1449.60, I would look for a response right out of this area. I want to give it a little bit of extra room so I don't get too tight on it. So I'm going to move it back like that. That's the one area I see that would work. I mark the unfair prices. That entire area gets marked as unfair pricing. Right? It means we spent on this particular day less than 30% of the time in this area. You can also see there was not very much volume in there relative to what was on top. That's very top heavy. You get past like that, past this, and we probably need to come in and fill in the volume here, which is why if I get intraday reversal signals out of this area, they'll still be solid, right? So need to adjust the zones down here. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Oops, one tool, pull that in. Oh, that whole thing is still valid, but I'm going to tighten this up. Actually, what I'm going to do is tighten it up like that. A lot of this is judgment call with time and experience, right? There's nothing here. It's got to go. Actually, that becomes a... Oh, mistake. Wow, all of that is crap underneath. That can all be traded through relatively easily. So, and that's way down there. I don't expect to melt quite that hard. Prior days, point of control and volume, point of control, choppy area. I want to stay out of that. Right. Get my colors coordinated correctly. And finally, let's see. There's nothing underneath and nothing above, so we're going to have to use intraday setups. There's a little build down here. There's unfair prices. In particular, right in here, I'd expect an initial response out of this area if and when we get in there. Again, unfair pricing all the way through here. And again, I don't expect to get down in here. If we do... let's see. Swing low. Go to that. And then this is pretty good down here. That was the volume point of control. This is the TPO point of control. I still expect a response out of this area. Usually I wouldn't put a zone there, but that's on a pretty good stretch in between. Usually I'll put the middle as light blue, but that actually is where the volume build starts, so I would actually expect a response from there. And nothing above, because there's really no built-in resistance. So that is how you do the GC chart. And what I'm going to do is delete everything below here because it's been a while since I've worked on these charts down there. So I'll just revisit that later if and when it's necessary. Then I jump over, grab my 5-minute chart. So now you can see what it looked like overnight. As you can see, that light blue area, tough, right? In Asia, you can see how we traded through it. Sometimes actually resistance, sometimes it got above. Hate trading out of there. There you can see the rejection out of unfair pricing. And now you have your levels for the day. So we tighten that up and we post it to the members. Pretty easy. Some people want to mark off Globex high. I already have it on my intraday chart. So chart, copy chart. Let's see, edit. There we go. File, save as. GC 0806 and post that to the members. On the Slack channel. And then we're going to bust right in and get CL knocked out and then ES. And then members should be joining the room and I'll get the preview knocked out. But basically there's nothing, long story short, there's nothing bearish about that chart, right? GC is trading both ways, as you can see. And the intraday setups, which we focus on in the room, probably give a decent trade. But overall, right, when you squeeze this chart in, this is just a basic 5-minute chart. You can see that's long and strong. There's just nothing bearish about it. Higher highs, higher lows, and then it goes into consolidation before making breaks up. Good pattern, right? So that's the 5-minute chart. Those are the levels. Let's scoot that on up here. Actually, let's just minimize that for now. And let's go work on CL since we open in just a couple minutes. And I should have the CL profile already running, and I do. So what are we going to do here? So let me make some adjustments. We will do that. So let's get rid of all this and go back and do some construction work. You can see we came straight out of yesterday, the high value area. Now prior day's low. That goes away. This just goes to prior day's high. Green is prior day's low and high. Prior day's point of control, again, danger area for me. I just assume stay the heck out of that area unless it's just overwhelmingly clear. But I did take one trade yesterday and got stopped in that area. It really sucks. It was the right trade, but I hate trading in that location. And there's nothing above or below. There's one little anomaly. So once when they're all stuck like this, I like to pick off the last one. So there's really no excess on either side. There is down here, and I would normally expect a response out of that area. First time in, and then I'm going to tag this off right between that and value area high. I'm going to put a zone, and other than that, I don't have much else. I would, and again, the zones are areas for reference for me for location, right? And if we look at everything else, unfair pricing up here. Again, I just expect a response if it sets up in the charts. And then, let's see if we can find anything else. No. Everything else is proper. I know I did it last night. I don't expect us to get, yesterday. Don't expect us to get below there. Marked off, marked off, marked off. The only thing left is if we somehow exploded to the upside, would be that. So that converts into this. We can go look how we did overnight. Let's get to today's chart, yesterday. And so you can see in Asia, see when we headed in originally into Asia. So see how we responded. So Asia starts right here, 1730. See how we opened up underneath, got initial rejection. then repaired it, got above, came to the resistance zone, rejected underneath, got above and below. This is important, the above and below process on these yellow zones. The backside tests are usually worth quite a bit of trade to the downside. And again, you can see how over here, if you try to trade in this area, right, straight through it, support, it's just a hard place to trade. Stay out of it is my suggestion. So those are the zones up and down for today. I'll do it like that. I don't expect to actually really get any further than 53 today, so I'll just leave it at that. Edit, cover chart. I'll save as. Okay, and that will be CL0806. Save. And let's see if we can't post that to the members real quick. And then let's do ES. Park that over here. Go find my ES chart really quick. There we go. Let's fix this up. There we are. And this one's going to be the one that's going to be a bit of a challenge because of the range. So let's go take care of that. So number one, Dalton's gap fill now. It's easy. Oops. This no longer matters. Again, as long as it's not a prior day's point of control, fine with trading that area. It goes from a bad area to a good area. This goes to a good area. Poorly auctioned through here. All right, just be aware of chart in that area. Probably rejection the first time, trade through the second time. Let's see here. There's a untested mid of the half gap is what I'm most interested in here. So these are all valid. High, you can see we actually did not test the anomaly there when we gapped down. First sign of big weakness. And mid of half gap, important. So we'll pull that down. So that anomaly becomes damn important. That whole area, very important. Let's see here. Dun 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 dun. Delete. Okay. Unfair pricing. Extreme unfair pricing, I should say. This all goes. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. So what I'm going to do here, where it is low. So see how this is also poorly auctioned? See how there's almost no volume? It's almost completely susceptible to pushing all the way through, right? So this is the point of control. Again, I just don't want to trade in this area in general. It does make a good target up, right? And we've already surpassed it. As a matter of fact, we're trading 28.54. That little anomaly right there, probably good for rejection. And that's valid below. It's the only thing left. Unfair pricing. Good excess on the low. We probably get a response out of that. Good excess at the high. And we probably end up with an inside day today. Then this is still valid if we really get ugly. I think that's... And then we have a maybe here. That's light blue. That's a TPO by itself. That means there's a volume profile that already got taken out. Point of control. And if we go back and look to the left just really quick in the 2790s. This is the last time we were here. And there we are. That right there would be the white zone. Go look cheap back and look a little bit further back. And yeah, that is what I would focus on. This or this. If we melt again. And then on the upside, let's make sure we're all right. That takes us down to 27.47. I'll worry about it if we get below there. I'll go further back. That's 100 points down. I don't think we're getting there. Or at least beyond that. And then swing high, right? And that becomes this. Now we can see how we did overnight. So, always interesting to see what we did when we melted. The currency manipulator comments right out of the white zone, of course. That was a great location. And almost to the other white zone. So that's pretty good. You can see the support below, support above, resistance above, right? And you can see we've really been consolidating since 3 in the morning. So I'm not eager about shorting right out of the gate. And I'm certainly not eager about trading the first half hour when we're jumping all around quickly. So at any rate, that's my so fast in the morning, everyone's going to be trying to get position. I'd be cautious on shorts in the first hour or so. Not that they can't work. It's that, particularly in the first half hour, there'll be a lot of people out of position, both sides. That's what happens when we get illiquidity. The market tends to go very fast, and stops can really rack up very, very quickly. So with that being said, that's kind of the market preview for today. From a profile perspective, I'm looking for an inside day in all markets. Not up, not down, just kind of inside yesterday's range and do some chart repair. I think it's gotten too bearish too quickly, and we'll do some upside bounce. And I will look to get set up for those upside bounces in the room. If you'd like to join us in the room or have any questions on how we actually set up the trades intraday, email me, TRADENPERFORM, and I am more than happy to share that with you and go through the setups with everyone. CL, also, by the way, I just want to touch on this really quickly. If I can find my 5-minute CL chart. And CL's really had every opportunity in the world to fall apart. We retested and done a double bottom from August 1st. And I think we could come back up if we can hold that double bottom, right, or trap on that double bottom. I think we can hold that and push back up to the 56 to 57s. That being said, right, key. It's already done, or it's attempting to do, a 50 retrace on this, right? And that's right up here. We've already tagged it, and we haven't been able to get back up into it. That 57 area, 56.50, 57, that whole thing, should serve as resistance. You can see we have this long line of structure here. That was from oil inventories last week, right? And we haven't been able to get back above after we broke below. So that's resistance up above. We've held that double bottom below that double bottom. That white zone is pretty much the last thing, all the way down to 51.50. So you could actually have quite a strong move to the downside. Not looking for that. I think the market had every reason to sell it the last 2 days, and they didn't. Meaning Friday and Saturday. Friday and Monday. So we'll see what they do today. Anything's possible. I'm just going to trade my setups, but it didn't behave horribly yesterday, and it had consistent bidders on pushes down. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. Have a great day, guys. Don't blow up. Follow your trade plan one day at a time. If you're a day trader, your goal is just to pull money out, not to be super trader, just to put money and stack chips. Don't blow up. Anyways, my name is Simon. Please come join us in the room for a couple of days. If you'd like a pass, just email me. Have a great day.